Hi everyone, it's Jonathan doing my weekly posting. This week things are going pretty well at Odyssey House. Uh, Nothing really exciting to report, so I thought it'd be a good time to do my mandating report uh, check-in. I did some research on the mandatory reporting in Utah, and I've had experiences with this, and so I'm really familiar with it. So what I found out that Utah, any person with a license um, in related to medical field, and as well any person outside is if they suspect a child has been subject to abuse, that they're mandated to report. The only person that's exempt from that is clergy and under the, like if someone does a confession like a, in a religious setting with a priest or with their clergy member, then they're not required. So I thought that was interesting, kind of perplexed by that, but I guess I have to accept it. But so they say that in Utah that it's interesting that I found out that the reporter's name is not required to be in the report. I wasn't aware of that. It would have been nice to know that when I did my report. But and then the contact information will be deleted so that there's nothing to protect the identity, which is good, of the person that's doing the reporting. So it's a little confusing because um, I had an experience my last internship where I found out that a young man was well, there was a high likelihood that a young man was being abused, sexually abused, or was having a sexual relationship. He was 14 at the time that he had entered the treatment facility that I had been working at. This is a couple of years ago. I was doing my internship, and uh, my field instructor was assigned to this young man, and he'd come in, had a lot of problems. He was a homosexual young man, and he was a great kid. Like, I enjoyed working with him, and I could see that he was growing, and that the counseling had done a lot of good for him and helped him figure out his identity a little bit. But it started to come out that the principal of that school, of the treatment center, uh, had been having a relationship with the young man. And it was vague enough that it really wasn't clear for a long time. And then the last week of my placement, um, I talked to my field instructor and said, I don't, this is kind of bothering me because I can see that the young man, like, he seems to be doing well, but at the same time, you you can't have a sexual relationship with a teenage child and be an adult. He's 16, 17 years old. It's not right. And she admitted to me that the only thing they knew for sure that they had done together, that they would admit, was that the boy and the man had been, they allowed people to take, if they're the child's mentor, and this principal was assigned as the boy's mentor. And it was bizarre because the facility, everybody and my field instructor, like, made efforts to keep them together, and it was really unhealthy and really messed up. And And the last week she admitted that the only thing they knew that he had done wrong was take the boy down to Lake Powell, which is a local place down here, and they had got drunk overnight. And I mean, come on, you know, and they know that the principal's a homosexual man, and it does not look good. And there was an experience halfway through where the dad came to me and came in and was angry at the field instructor, saying, um, you know, he's saying that he's gonna, the second he graduates, he's gonna move to Utah, live with this man that, you know, is alleged to abuse him. So the boy was reporting to the family, and it was just really sketchy, and it seemed like my field instructor was covering for him, but I really didn't, there wasn't anything I could really prove until the last week, and she admitted that they had been together. So I just was stressing about it. And then I spoke to my brother-in-law, who's a LCSW, and he just told me, you have no choice, you got to go and report it. Because it was bizarre. I was the only person that thought it was wrong in a whole facility of people. There's like 10 professionals, licensed professionals working there, and I don't know how many knew, but yeah, it wasn't good. So, and they ended up, I think they knew that it was me that reported it, and it just got really ugly. But I think ultimately I did the right thing. I don't know what else I should have done, but at least I'm on record of having said that you know, reporting and saying that I didn't think it was right. What had happened was right. So that's my experience. I hope you all are doing well. I'm doing great. Everything's wonderful, and I'll talk to you soon. Thanks, everybody. Bye.